Hey, Noah Ostroff here. Wanted to give you a little update on what's going on in the Philadelphia market. A lot of people have been asking me recently what's happening in Philadelphia with everything going on in the world. And there's actually a pretty interesting story to tell. So wanted to go over some of the market stats so you have some actual data to go on. As we all know, March is when things really started to take a turn. The real estate market in Philadelphia was doing really, really well starting off for 2020. We had a lot of momentum going into the spring market, and we all thought this was going to be one of our best spring markets ever. But obviously, coronavirus hit, and the market took a pause, if you will. So I wanted to go over some of those stats with you so you understand. My data is over here, so that's why I'm looking this way. So going into this year, we were coming on a market where in February we had 1,200 units listed. March we had 1,200 units listed. The month supply of inventory was down, hovering around like 3.4, 3.7 months supply of inventory. That means that if no new inventory hit the market, it would take 3.4 to 3.7 months for all the inventory to get sold. We were having about 750 units go under contract in each month, approximately, in Philadelphia, in the main zip codes that we work in. But then March hit, and then the market really started to take a turn. So the first indicator that we start to see is the leading indicators are what happens first before the lagging indicators take effect. So that's homes that are going on the market, properties that go under contract. Those are the leading indicators. The lagging indicators would be actual settlements that have occurred. So going into March, we had 769 homes go under contract in the main Philadelphia zip codes that we deal with out of KW Philly. And 769 is pretty good. Actually, that was the best month that we had so far this year, with 1,192 homes coming on the market. But then we got into April, right? So the coronavirus hit. Probably we started shutting down Philadelphia about the second week of March. Things were sort of still happening, second, third week of March. So things started to trickle through. But once April hit, things really started to fall off a cliff. So remember I told you we were averaging about 1,200 homes being listed in each month. Then April came about. We only put 482 homes on the market in April, and only 341 homes went under contract in the month of April. So just to give you some comparison with those numbers, the previous April 2019, I'll give you June comparison. Let me hold off on that. So only 482 homes went under contract in the month of April, with 341 homes went under contract, 482 units were listed. So April was by far our slowest month in terms of leading indicators, because people didn't really know what was going on in the world. Then May, people started to settle in a little bit. Things started to come back in May. People felt a little more comfortable putting their homes on the market and going out and seeing properties. So in May, we had 1,106 units that hit the market that were newly listed homes, with only 540 homes going under contract in the month of April. So still very, very low. 540 homes is still very low for this time of year. Then we got into June. June started to pick up a little bit. We put 1,500 homes on the market, which was the most homes that we've had on the market in well over a year. That was all the pent-up demand. That was all the inventory that people didn't want to put on the market towards the end of March and April and May. June, people started to feel a little bit more comfortable putting their homes on the market. So we had 1,500 homes that hit the market in the month of June. And June, if you're a real estate agent and you feel like the market in June was really good and it was booming, and that's because it was. So we had 954 homes in Philadelphia, in the main zip codes that we work in, go under contract in the month of June. 954. Just to give you a comparison, last June, we only put 735 homes under contract. And this June, we put 954. So And if you remember last June, it was a very busy spring market as well. And June was a very busy month for us last year as well. But this year it's even busier. 950 homes hit the market in the month of June. Now, the number of months supply of inventory in May started to creep up a little bit because a few more homes hit the market. Still, the buyers were not out in full effect. So while the inventory was still pretty low, buyers are still pretty low as well. So we jumped up from basically a 3.1 month supply of inventory in April up to 4.9 month supply of inventory in May. So that's actually a pretty big jump. It might not seem like a lot, but that's almost 2 full months supply of inventory jump in 1 month. That's very rare for that to happen. Typically, we jump up by tenths of a percentage in months, and it gradually goes up or down in the course of a year. So that was a pretty big jump, which is not surprising. We do not have the data out for June yet, so hopefully that data will be out in a couple of weeks, and we can put out another report like this. So that's what's going on in the market right now. It looks like things are starting to come back. People are putting their homes on the market. More buyers are coming out, which means that more people are putting deals together. The number of months supply is still very low. Interest rates are still very low. So hopefully in July, the market continues the way it's been going. But so far, we're starting to feel the effects come back, and the real estate market does feel like it's starting to come back right now, and it's starting to feel like a very strong market. We'll see how long this goes on for. I'll give another report at the end of July so we can see if July was as strong as June, and we'll see if we're actually back and somewhat recovered from the what I would call a pause in the real estate market for a couple months. So that's it. Noah Ostroff with your Philadelphia market report for the month ending June 2020. Look forward to seeing you around. Have a good one.